Hey guys, Zule from Zule Fandom here. Welcome back. This is my walkthrough part 8. In this video, I will complete the joining, begin the Battle of Ostagar, as well as show you guys some really cool console commands like the Star Metal Sword and the Dragonbone Legion armor. I'll also show you the most forgotten item, the second backpack. Let's get started.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful? Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had scrolls. They were both very... odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining. Excellent. You will need that courage to face what comes next.
Courage? How much danger are we in?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight. You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them?
Maybe
you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood, and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
We speak only a few words prior to the joining. But these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Davith, step forward.
Maker's breath.
I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No! You ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry. But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel? Such is what it takes to be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king. The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
Apparently my dog is laying down. Or dead. Not sure what he's doing. Let's go pick up the backpack. The most important thing that I can tell you at this point is to not pass the second set of pillars in this area. The easiest way to avoid triggering the cutscene is to just follow Alistair. The vendor will be in the same area he was before, to your right. If you accidentally trigger the cutscene, this merchant will no longer be available.
Let me know what you
thus
like.
making this item unattainable. Also, be sure to hand in the flower to the kennel master, because in this walkthrough, I forgot.
He might get mad. Start crying. Loghain, my decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Cailan. The Darkspawn Horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
If that's the case, perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
It is not a fool notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the lady from Highever I met earlier? I understand congratulations are in order. Every Grey Warden is needed now. You should be honored to join their ranks.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Cailan. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from cover.
To flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the Archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The Circle
We
of
will not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, Mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Enough! This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Galen. A glorious moment for us all.
Psst. That's what they call foreshadowing, because Loghain is an asshole.
You heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
The tower is on the other side of the gorge from the King's camp, the way we came when we arrived. You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley. We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for. Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over us all.
On to console commands. So the first one I'll show you guys is Star Metal Sword. What this console command does is creates Starfang one-handed longsword as well as the two-handed greatsword and deposits it into your inventory. These swords are really cool. They just look awesome, as well as they have 3 enchantment slots. To be completely honest, I really don't care about the stats. I'm all about really cool looking stuff. So the fact that this sword looks amazing, as well as can have enchantments on it just to make it look more awesome, it's a really cool sword. The next one I'm going to show you guys is the Dragonbone Legion armor. I personally think that this armor is some of the most badass looking armor in the game. Don't get me wrong, the Warden Commander plate is definitely tops, but I find this one looks awesome. A lot of people go nuts for the Dragon Blood plate, but I don't know, I just find it sort of looks tacky. The Juggernaut suit's not bad, it sort of looks cool, but this one just looks mean. As a warrior who's got to threaten, I kind of want to make my enemy pee their pants a bit, and not just admire how handsome the Juggernaut suit is. The other cool thing I noticed about this armor is that it actually stacks on itself, so when you unequip it, it's in your inventory. Instead of taking up 4 slots, it actually stacks into 1, which is really cool, and I wish that all armor sets did this. The other thing I did notice about this armor, I don't believe it gives you any sort of like complete set boost. Most armor sets will give you an armor boost if you have all of the same pieces. So I usually just swap out the helm for the Helm of Heron-Heath because it goes with it. Because the Dragonbone Legion is actually a Dwarven fraction. So having the Dwarven look of the helm, it just makes it look more awesome. It's just, I don't know how it's possible to make this armor look more awesome, but it does. For my next trick, I'm going to make one of every rune type appear in my inventory. You do need to make sure you have the available inventory space to do this, because if you don't, it will only create what it can up to capacity, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get all the best ones. Next, we will channel our inner sandal, and we will enchantment. This console command will open the random enchantment window. With being able to do this, I have not been to Lothering yet. I have not met Bodan or saved him or met Sandal, and I haven't invited them to come to my party camp, so I will not have this option. Being able to use the console command, I'm able to enchant my weapons and make them look really cool before I normally should. As I said before, guys, I'm not doing this for a damage boost or to try to cheat the game. I just think it looks really cool. I like pretty things. The other thing I forgot to mention is that when you create runes, for some reason it also creates Oathkeeper, which is a fairly good sword for my level right now. I'm going to put it on Alistair just because I have the other ones. Now for the real fun, it's time to start the battle.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The Blight ends here.
Let's cross the bridge and get to the Tower of Ishal.
This is where I will say goodbye, guys. My name is Zule from Zule Fandom. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. In my walkthrough part 9, I will be speedrunning the Tower of Ishal in Nightmare mode. Be sure to check it out.